Welcome. I am Jeremie at Playcation Travel, and this is a guide to doing the online check-in for your Disney cruise roughly 30 days prior to your sailing. So here I am on the Disney Cruise website. I've signed into my account, and I'm going to go under the already booked option. You can see the online check-in here. However, I'm going to first go to the My Reservations option here. So the online check-in link will bring you to this same page. Now the online check-in link will become available here as soon at 12:01 a.m. on the 30th day before your sailing. Now we see here that it says pending review. So I'll just kind of go into the online check-in. And it brings you to the same page. So online check-in, we'll click on the pending review. Before 12:01, there won't be anything here. At 12:01, you will see a start check-in option. You click on that. Your cruise must be paid in full for you to be able to do this. I've already completed the online check-in for this one. So here you'll see not complete for all these options, and you kind of have to do them in order to be able to get to the port arrival time. You need to have completed everything before it, as well as the cruise contract. So guest information, we'll go in here. So you're going to enter in your information, validate that the date of birth is correct, your address, email. You can pick a preferred language, either the options are English, Portuguese, or Spanish. Then from there, you'll put in your emergency contact. You can apply the same information for the emergency contact to everyone else that's in your stateroom if you want. The other thing you're going to need is a picture of the information page of your passport. So here you pick your citizenship, you pick the identification type, and then you upload a picture, the picture of your passport. Most of the time it will auto-populate. So this information I did not enter. Once I uploaded the picture, it updated this. I do recommend that you validate, making sure that this information does match your passport. Also, sometimes it doesn't catch the information from your passport, like for my daughter. So you'll have to input it manually. Next is a picture. So here they want you to make sure that it's only yourself. So you can use pictures that have other people in them. Just make sure that they're far enough away that you can kind of crop out the person's face. Essentially shoulders up. Nothing with a blurred background. Blurred backgrounds do get caught, and they'll prevent you from actually proceeding. So you really want a clear picture that you can focus on someone's face. And then from there, you'll press save, and you keep going for each person, inputting the same information each time. You'll require every person's passport picture and a headshot of each person as well to upload, as well as the different emergency contact information in case it does vary. So from there, you'll proceed to so for the onboard account, you'll arrive here. This one's usually pretty quick, depending on your travel party and how you want to process any payments. For my family, I'll just input my credit card information and I'll apply it to my wife so that she can also charge to her Key to the World card. We prevent my daughters or our daughters from being able to make any charges. I kindly recommend that you do the same so that they're not buying up the gift stores before you even know. Let's see. So here are the various methods of payment. So debit or credit, cash, other, or charges paid by another guest. Here you can validate your credit card. You can add or validate the credit card information they have on file. Payment coverage, they're just making sure that everyone's covered. And here you can grant the charging privileges to your credit card that was mentioned above to those that you want in your stateroom. and confirming that I'll be paying for everyone. From there, assume responsibility and press on save. If you're traveling with children, you'll get to the Traveling with Children page. So here my children will only be getting off the ship with either me or my wife. So if your travel party is split up and there is a chance that a child in your stateroom will be getting off the ship with someone from another stateroom, you would select this option and you'll be able to grant authorization for each child in the stateroom. Now on to the youth club activities registration. This is so that you can bring them into the kids clubs, the Disney's Oceaneer Club, which is from ages 3 to 12, and the Disney's Oceaneer Lab as well is 3 to 12. So for the youth clubs, you have the option of setting whether or not they have check-in privileges so that they can either check themselves in and out, or just be able to check themselves in, but you're the only one that can check them out. So if you want to be able to send them off to the kids club on their own, but they can't leave unless you go get them to avoid any kind of having to chase them around or can't find them on the ship, you would want to make sure that they do not have check-in privileges. I'll be allowing my daughters to be able to check themselves out. You can set a nickname for your child, and then fill out any of this additional information as needed for EpiPens or any medical needs. If there's anything that the counselors need to know, please add it in here. This way that it's all attached to your child's file on the onboard. Next, we'll go to the youth club activities policies. The youth club activity policies, pause is required to read this. The Oceaneer band, these are MagicBands that with a lock on them so that your child can wear throughout the entire cruise. These MagicBands are waterproof. A $12.95 deposit will be applied to your stateroom account. If you return them, typically on the last night, that deposit will be returned to your account. So here you can share the privileges to be able to modify any of the youth activity policies with anyone else that's in your stateroom. So I'll allow my wife to make any changes to the girls' stuff. It doesn't usually happen. Authorized guests, here you can select who's allowed to check out the children from the youth clubs. If they're not in this list, it won't work. When you check them out, not only do you have to provide your Key to the World card, but for them to scan and verify, but you also have to provide a secret word or the child won't be able to leave the kids club. So it is pretty secure. Next up is the travel plans. Again, this one's usually pretty quick. Typically everyone in the stateroom will have the same travel plans, but if not, you can customize them per person. So here they're just trying to get more information about your travel habits before and after the sailing. So are you flying in for your cruise vacation? Yes, no. So we're going to be staying in the Orlando area just before the cruise, so we're not flying in just for the cruise. So we'll be saying no. After your cruise, we are heading to Walt Disney World for a brief stint. So we're going to stay at the Boardwalk Inn. We'll be taking in private transfers, and then I will actually apply it to everyone in my stateroom. And here we've finally arrived to the port arrival form. This is the most important part. This is why we recommend doing the online check-in right at midnight. See here, I've already picked my time, but you would be able to pick from a drop-down list. Typically, earlier the better. That way you can get on the ship as quick as possible, enjoy a great lunch, start the relaxing. So here it is. I typically print out a copy to bring with me on board. I also send a copy via email just in case. Typically there's a QR code beside each person's name here, and when you get to the port, as you're boarding the ship, they'll be scanning this page a couple times. So it's best to have a printed copy of it so that they can scan the QR codes as you go. Here's a couple of important reminders. Guests who arrive early will be asked to return at their scheduled time. So they aren't letting you arrive early right now. Please just show up on time. Don't arrive hours early hoping to get on. They are encouraging people to come back later. And that's about it. We're going to be going to the cruise contract next. So for the cruise contract, it is quite long, and I will let you pause to read. And then you can either print, which I don't do, or you can email. I usually email a copy, and then you complete your check-in. And you're all set. 30 days away, you'll be able to enjoy your wonderful Disney cruise vacation. I am Jeremie at Playcation Travel. Thanks for following along. Have a great day.